It's true, and it's going to haunt you. Consider a mirror that is so cursed that it steals the very souls of any person who looks into it. In the center of Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana, there is a mysterious artifact, a centuries-old mirror which is believed to contain the souls of the people who died on the land where the mirror is placed on. The Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, LA. But this isn't just some normal mirror. The tale goes that a person looking into it, suffices to say, already includes looking into the mirror's dark and shroud-filled depth, only to come out half of what they were. Once they come out, that piece stays with the magic mirror forever. Myrtles Plantation was built in the 18th century, with its share of Southern charm and many mysteries and unfortunate events buried deep within, to say the least. In the years that followed, countless stories evolved associating the plantation with ghostly sightings, phantom footfalls, and the presence of ice-cold sensations, coining the later as one of the hairs-raising writings in the United States of America, ever since it was first envisioned. But there is one particular object out of the myriad that captures the behold of the audience, which is the mirror one. As history would have it, the key events leading to the violence the mirror depicts began due to a woman named Chloe during the time of the American Civil War. Chloe was said to be a slave owned on the plantation and was fond of eavesdropping on people's conversations. That is what eventually led to her demise. As the story goes, on Chloe's Oprah decided to punish her for all her wrongdoing. The punishment for Chloe was excruciating, but on the other hand, it was understandable as her head was too curious for its own good and would often interfere with private meetings. So she was made to serve her time with an iron collar. Abrasively, it was at this point when the thirst for revenge began to sink into her, and she decided to bake a cake and inject her vengeance into it. However, it didn't go as planned, and the owner's family was left with a grieving mother, as Chloe and entire household was left in dismay. As per history, Chloe was raised in a culture where disloyalty is not an option, as evidenced by the fact that she had to kill herself in order to thwart her master who wanted to destroy the plantation. It's been said that her spirit was filled with disdain, and she remained where she had met death. Indeed, the reputed mirror that could capture the anguish of the foretell Pokemon followed. And soon, word of the oddities surrounding the house began to spread, a popular tale, claiming that it would guide mere ghostly entities. A common observation in the mirror has been faces outside the viewer's perspective. A sight forcing pain to the knees of disbelievers, i.e., seeing one pushing their palm against the mirror and trying to get through. This is the exact point where both of her followers believed that a wreath had gone missing along with the kids Chloe had poisoned. Across time, the visitors have been leaving behind accounts of strange encounters. Some say their faces, which seem to be watching the other faces in the mirror, somehow guarded the secret within the mirror. Silence. I expect everyone to stay glued to this screen, which only means that you are as excited as I am, and for that, all I expect is a thumbs up and subscribe. Imagine drawing nearer, looking deeper into the surface of the mirror surface and hearing what sounds like children whimpering. Heard that distant laughter or the eerie sobbing or even the crying, pleading for help? Yes, people have clean and polish, but still the prints come back as if something inside is trying to break free. A few even claim that they saw a ghostly figure of Chloe hovering right behind them in the mirror, reflecting to fly elsewhere with her hollow-framed eyes and a sad frown which yearned for forgiveness. After probing the mirror, many, especially the paranormal investigators, come out with more fear than curiosity. As a matter of fact, most of them do not even get answers, instead, doubts. Other words confine them and tell them that if you gaze at it for longer bouts, it isn't just ghosts who gaze back at you, but something worse, menacing and lurking just behind this realm. The origins of the terrible myths concerning the hauntings of the mirror could be fascinating but terrifying at the same time. However, these frightening tales should definitely not be brushed off, considering the amount of evidence global visitors have provided regarding non-human strange images, unheard specters, and voices that seem to follow them out of the plantation. If haunted mirrors intrigue you as much as they do for us, then go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and also drop a like, because we have plenty more eerie stories to share. What might come across as an ordinary piece of history could have a deeper explanation. The questions which arise include, is it in fact custodial? Or does it actually encompass the spirits of those who perished on the plantation? However, regardless of the answer you choose, peering closely and gazing one more time in Rest Antique Corridor may just be worthwhile. Who knows? Maybe it is observing you and isn't so passive after all. In case you haven't done all the subscribed and turned on notifications, then please do OS now. because you wouldn't want to miss out on the upcoming spine-tingling story that'll definitely keep you on the edge of your seat. With that said, don't forget, the haunted mirror will still be there, as will I.